Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Hurry Up. I'm your host of Don Juan Sports, Adam. Just wanted to catch you up on last night's epic opening day game for the NFL. And boy, is the NFL back, and is it back with vengeance? Let's get into some numbers before we get into that game. Now, I picked the Packers to win, but here are some numbers I just wanted to let you know about. Drew Brees threw 419 yards and 3 touchdowns. If you're a fantasy player, wow. Not and Rodgers, no slouch, 312 yards, 3 TDs as well. The Pack got off to a fast start. You thought it might have been a blowout for those Saints, but those Saints hung around. And the reason they did it was defense. Both defenses couldn't stop each other. They're basically feeling each other out. You had no tape. It's the first game of the year. This game was entertaining on all 3 phases of the game. All 3 phases. We had a punt return for a touchdown, which at that point was 21 to 10 at that point. And Darren Sproles returns 172 yards for a touchdown to the Hizzy and brings his team within a score, which is exciting. Then Reggie Cobb, who's from Kentucky, used to play quarterback on the Wildcat, gets a kickoff and goes 108 yards. 108 yards. He said, you know what, kickoff rule, I don't need you. I'm going to take you 108 yards. So the reason I'm bringing this up is special teams. You never think that special teams plays a big role, and it played a big role on both sides of the ball for both teams. And it was just epic to see 2 returns, one of a punt and one of a kickoff in the same game. Don't happen. The game had fireworks. The game left you on the edge of your seat. Because of these bang plays, you could not leave the couch. I know that I was excited. I was excited for both teams. I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, the Packers score the touchdown and give the ball with like under a minute to go, and then the drive. What a drive, executed perfectly by Drew Brees. Great throw to Marquise Colston, who dove and made the catch on that play. He did get injured, Maurice Colston. So if you guys are fantasy lovers, you may want to take him out of the game. But I just want you to look at this game, right? This game was a game of chess. Okay. A lot of network people were saying how you should have. They put the call was bad. The call wasn't bad. In the goal line, you had 2 chances. First off, you threw a pass into the end zone, which got you a second play to get down there. And then you go to run it with your rookie. Now, it's not your rookie's fault. If I were Sean Payton now this is the same guy that did the onside kick in the Super Bowl, I would have done a little differently. I would have probably done a play action pass because you know they're crashing the line anyways. So you do a little play action pass, have one of your tight ends trickle out on the waggle because all those guys are crashing hard, and boom, you might have scored a touchdown. Heck, it might have come down to the 2-point conversion. We might have been in overtime last night, but it didn't. It came down to a defensive stop, and that's the difference in the ball game. That could be the difference in home field advantage for both of these teams in the playoffs. I know it's too early to talk about that, but it was exciting. Now you defensive guys. Yes, it wasn't a great defensive performance. There weren't that many sacks in the game, and the Packers gave up 419 yards of passing. And so did the Saints. They also gave up 300 yards. I just want you to show you something. The Saints defense is going to be good. This is the first team that's getting their legs about them, and Aaron Rodgers said it best. All that off-season training, and they didn't come out sharp. But I just wanted to say, this game, if this is an indicator of how this is going to be, man, NFL fans, sit back and enjoy this ride because it's going to be fantastic. A few more things before we close out this show. I just want to let you know that defense wins championships. And even though, and Green Bay is a funny team because they get out on you early and then they sit back and they kind of relax and let you back into the game. And that is where their downfall is just a tad. Just a tad. Because their downfall is when they did it with the Steelers. They let them back in the game, made the game a little closer towards the end. They did it with the Saints this opening game. And I'm not saying they don't have killer instincts. They're the champions for a reason. But you don't want that to come back and bite them. As for the Saints, They play on defensive side. You knew they were going to bring it on offense, and Drew Brees got away with a little bit. So I just wanted to let you know that he got away with a little bit. Could have had a couple picks that could have changed the game even more drastically. He didn't look like a guy that threw 22 picks, although he did make some boneheaded mistakes. Every quarterback's going to do that. But I just wanted to let you know that the Saints defense played a little bit more inspired. They didn't create as many turnovers as you would have liked them to, but it's time. Opening game is here. It's time to put up or shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, let the trash talking begin.